us pray. Eternal Father, it is again. That we find ourselves at this appointed place at this appointed time.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lord.
Lord, we thank you right now for this
Yes, sir.
day.
Uh-huh.
And we thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for this opportunity to come praise you.
Yes, Lord.
Now, Lord, we realize that we cannot do this by ourselves. Lord, we leaning and depending on you right
Oh,
now.
yes, we is. Yes, we is, brother.
Lord, I ask that you allow Harris to decrease so that you might stand and increase.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Touch our hearts right now,
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Father God, if there's anything in us that don't need to be there, God, we ask that you remove it right now.
Pray, brother. Pray, real. Pray, real.
Help us to be better people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lord, we just need you right now.
Uh-huh.
Now, Lord, we pray now that you bless these your people. Give them a word, Father God, that will carry them on through this week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the old songwriter said, oh God, thee, oh great Jehovah,
Oh, yes, sir.
through this very land. And then, Lord, when we have sung our last song and prayed our last prayer, let us be careful in whatever we said and do to give you all the honor, glory, and all the praise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
In your darling Son, Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a blessing,
Oh, yeah.
whether you realize it or not,
Yes, Lord.
just to be in the house of the Lord one more time.
Amen.
I don't know what God have done for you, but God been mighty good
All
for
right
you.
now. Say it.
Good to me.
One thing about it, I don't need nobody to help me pray.
All
All
right.
right, Real. All right, Real.
If I realize sometimes you'll find yourself all alone.
Amen.
All right. Uh-huh.
You down.
But one thing about it, He is worthy to be praised.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Real.
We doing good time. I looked at my phone, I looked at the car, I wanted to make sure I was right. I said, it's just 11:38.
Preach all of it.
We get a whole service 8 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So the room don't start at 11:30.
Yes, sir. Amen.
But I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna complain about it. Just let the Lord use it.
Oh, hallelujah.
There's a
Hallelujah.
word found in, well, let me do this for giving on to God with the rest of my life. In the presence of our deacons and deaconess,
Real.
and to all God's children.
Amen.
Last but not least, to this choir,
Amen.
under the direction of our musician, Dr. Thomas Walker, who's doing a
Amen.
good job.
Amen.
I said there Sunday, but I don't mind telling him into his face, he's doing a good job.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
He told me he was a little rough on me last night, and I said, I'm mad at him. Don't you be rough on my choir members like that. But nevertheless, they doing a good job. There is a word found in Psalms 37,
Oh, thank you, Lord.
verses 1 through 9. I just want to focus in on verse number 1, if you don't mind, please. Might do verse 1 and 2. And to read, fret not thyself because of evildoers.
Amen.
Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
All right now.
For they soon shall be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. You may be seated.
Bring it out, Rev. Bring it out, Rev.
For a few moments, if you don't mind, I want to use this as a subject. Don't worry. God is in control.
All right. Amen. 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 Be sure in control, Rev.
Don't worry. God is in control.
Amen.
Regardless of what you may, as a Christian, be experiencing in this life, nothing can, you understand, be done outside of God's permissive will.
Amen. Amen.
In other words, God is allowing
That right now.
us to do whatever
Rev.
we so desire to do.
Uh-huh.
You understand? We are what you call a free will moral. And I believe it's in Romans. Paul said that God leave us to a reprobate mind.
Amen.
In other words, while we think we getting away with something,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Rev.
I want you to know whether good or bad, you're going to have to answer to it.
Amen. Amen.
But I want to warn the bad today. Those that are low down,
Uh-huh. Come on, Rev.
evil and sinful.
Uh-huh.
God will get the last.
All right, Rev.
Laugh.
All right, Rev. All right, Rev.
Thank you, Lord.
I remember growing up as a little boy, Mama and Grandmama used to always tell me to stop doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was hard-headed and I kept doing it. And then they'd tell us, you better stop because I'm going to end up getting you for the old and the new.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, Lord.
You understand? That's what we looking at today. We think we have gotten away with something.
All right.
And eventually it will catch up
Oh, yes, it will.
with you. That's how it is today in society. We are, you understand, encamped about this world full of crime
Uh-huh.
and mischief.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Back in the day, people took pride in their neighborhood.
Amen.
They bragged about their homes and the people in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now neighborhoods are filled with dope houses,
All right, Rev.
crack houses,
Yeah.
shot houses.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that little old lady, you understand, that used to stay next door to you, that had that garden, not there anymore. Now you stand next door to Rico, the pill pusher.
All right now.
Yes, we don't want to admit it, but we know that's how our neighborhoods
Oh,
are.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we don't have neighborhoods anymore. We just have a hood. That's why they call it the hood, because we don't know our neighbor.
Yeah.
Yes, we are living in times like these. And it seems like people like that have more and can do more than you.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, that's the way it is now. But you trying to make ends meet. When you trying to get ahead, and it seems like the devil knock you 2 steps back. Folks like that seem like they prosper.
Yeah.
Evildoers, and we need to understand and realize that they're not just in our neighborhood.
All right.
Yes, they're not buzzing the sags all the time. You understand? Evildoers can have on a 3-piece suit.
Uh-huh.
Evildoers can wear, you understand, shirts and ties.
All right. Yeah.
Evildoers can somehow, some way end up in the White House.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But yet we still have to deal with them.
Yeah.
Yes. David now at an old age. You understand? Realize what he have experienced.
All right.
Realize what he had to deal with in life. Decided to encourage his people. And let them know, don't worry about these evildoers. I know it's hard sometimes to watch somebody, you understand, doing better than you. But don't worry about these evildoers.
All right, Rev. All right.
Mama used to always tell me, you don't know what they've done to get to where they are.
All right.
David said, don't worry about them. Why not David? David encouraged him. He said, don't worry about it because number one, God will address sin in this world. God gonna have to address the sin that's going on in this world.
All right.
God is going to address all the sin down here. So when you see someone or you run into someone that's, you understand, that look like they cutting the food all the time. Let them know, you understand, that God don't answer your sin. Let them know that God will not allow sin or sinners to go unpunished. So never think for 1 minute that you're getting away, because what's done in the dark, yes, will eventually come to the light. Every time Israel sinned and disobeyed the Lord, soon after punishment came. Here as David penned this psalm, he began weighing the pros and the cons for living. Yes, he weighed the pros and the cons for living as a sinner and as a saint.
All right.
You understand, David, you understand, being a man after God's own heart.
All right.
Encouraged the saints by letting them know that there is some hope.
All right.
First thing David said was, worry not over evildoers. Yes, look at what David said. He said, fret not thyself because of evildoers. Evildoers, the word ra, that is to be bad. To be bad physically, socially, and morally.
All right.
And we all know of some evildoers. You probably stay next door to some evildoers.
All right now, Rev.
Yeah, that might not be the case. Maybe you work with some evildoers. Then again, don't let it be said that you hang around evildoers.
All right now, Rev.
David said, blessed, you understand, is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. David told his listeners, you understand here, fret not. Yeah, in light of what you see, in light of what you hear, David said, fret not.
All right.
I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you look around and you know things aren't right.
All right.
You work every single day. Yes, but yet you see that man named Pokey sitting on the porch. Yeah, when you leave home, Pokey's sitting on the porch. When you come back home, Pokey's still sitting in the same spot. Won't hit a lick at a snake. But yet look like he's doing better than you are. Yes, you get upset sometimes. You get mad at family. You get mad at friends. You even get upset with God. But David said, fret not thyself when you find yourself like this. He said, watch this, neither be thou envious against workers of iniquity. Envious. That is to be jealous. To want what you see. You understand? God called it covetousness. Wishing to have what somebody else got. Now, it's nothing wrong you understand, to set goals. Let the wrong, you understand, to one day, you understand, work hard and save money, you understand, for that dream home.
Yeah.
You understand, for that nice car. It's all right to have that pool in the back of the yard.
All right.
But when you allow that seed of being envious
Yeah.
to be planted, down rooted in your heart,
Uh-huh.
and to spring forth, that's when it becomes dangerous.
All right.
We become vulnerable, and to commit sin. You don't believe me? You understand that it will not cause you to commit sins. Want something bad enough. Yes, people go through, you understand, hell and high water
Yeah.
just to take it.
Uh-huh.
I had a friend a long time ago, lost his life over his own car
All right.
and got killed by some so-called friends.
Yeah.
Yes, being envious will cost you your life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, envious, you understand, will cause you to do things that you know that is wrong.
Yeah.
Don't be envious. See somebody with something. You don't know, like I said before, what they did,
Uh-huh.
what they've done.
I see it.
You don't know how many backs they done cut out,
All right, man.
how many throats they done slashed,
Yeah.
trying to get what they got.
Yeah.
Understand this, that as a Christian, you as a child of God that's living, you understand, by the book,
Yeah.
is in a much better position
Yeah. Uh-huh.
than the ones that's living wrong.
Yeah.
How do I know? Because David said they will wither away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They will wither away. Yes, you need to understand they're not going to stand long.
Yeah.
For they shall soon, you know, somebody ought to say soon, will wither away, be cut down as like the grass,
Yeah. Right.
and wither as the green herb.
Uh-huh.
David said, fret not. You understand? And don't be envious over folks, because soon, yes, somebody need to let somebody know that's doing wrong right now.
Uh-huh.
Somebody, y'all let somebody know, you understand, that time is not on their side.
All right.
Yes, we serve a God, you understand, that control time,
Yeah.
but not obligated to time.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, you can ask Hezekiah.
Uh-huh.
When God told Hezekiah he'll give him a few more years, well, how do I know God turned back the hands of time?
All right, now, man.
Only God can do something like that.
Yeah.
But yet, we need to let them know that time is not on their side.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to let them know that God is going to call some names.
Yeah.
Don't call some roles. And don't
Yeah.
allow yourself to be found naked when God calls your
All
name.
right, man. Right.
But I realize
Preach, man.
they're going to continue to do what they want to.
Yeah.
Yes, let them continue to sling and bang. Let them continue to cut on doing the things that they're doing. I believe it was Snoop Dogg that said, I'm living my best life. Keep living your best life. And not living a life down here for God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And I understand this right here. I am a strong component. I'm a strong advocate about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, when it comes to the injustice of how the white man treats us.
Yeah.
But when Black lives gonna matter to us?
Right.
When Black lives gonna cause us to stop killing one another? I say, I am my brother's people. Yeah, but we can kill one another.
Yeah.
But march all day long when the white man take our lives.
But they don't say nothing.
Yes.
Don't move.
Here, he said, since we're talking about evildoers,
Yeah.
worker of iniquity, don't just stop here in the ghetto.
All right.
We got some folks, like I said, in high places.
Yeah.
Yes, they're just as evil, sinful
Yeah.
than the other man.
Yeah.
David said, don't let it bother you. Don't let it worry you. Don't let it cause you to live, you understand, not as a Christian.
All right.
But that's all right. Keep on living wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep on doing the things that you do.
Uh-huh.
I'm not worried about it because I got a God that sit up high
Yeah.
and still looking down low.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an old nursery rhyme that said Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall.
All right.
Yeah, it did.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice nursery rhyme, but understand this, it's a nursery rhyme with a spiritual meaning.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to understand, Humpty Dumpty was one of those men, you understand, that was arrogant.
Uh-huh.
One of those men, you understand, that he was better than anybody else. But one day, he fell off the wall.
All right.
You got to realize and understand why these folks running around here living, you understand, foul, living, you understand, not a godly life.
All right,
One
man.
of these old days, they're going to fall down off the wall.
Yeah.
Yes, and going to realize that it's a little bit too late.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I remember in the book of Job, Job had a friend called Zophar.
Uh-huh.
You understand, said that triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of is a hypocrite. In other words, he's saying they're just going to last but for a moment.
Yeah.
David said God is going to cut them down like the green grass.
Yeah.
Yes, and we know every time we look around, we got to go out there and mow the lawn.
Yeah.
So that means God is cutting down at any given moment in time.
All right, man.
Yes, but not only
Yes, sir.
will God address sin,
All right.
but God will respond or reward our sincerity.
Yes, he
In
will.
other words, that's all God wants from us to do. To be sincere. He wants us, you understand, he knows that we are not perfect. But yet we serve a perfect God.
Oh, yes.
Yes, God knows this. But he's saying here, you understand, to be pure and sincere in your heart. And God will do the rest.
Yes.
All sincerity means is one who communicates, acts in accordance with their feelings, beliefs, thoughts. So in other words, he's saying, mean what you say.
Yeah.
And say what you mean. First thing David asked us to do is to trust.
Yes.
Yes, trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Trust, word, baka. To trust, to have confidence, to be sure, to be able to trust in someone, and that is God.
All right.
If those around us want to live a wicked life, David said here, what we ought to do rather than the fret is to have faith.
Yeah.
Stop focusing on what you see
Uh-huh.
and start focusing on who you know.
All right, man.
Yes. I told you on last week that God had to bless Elijah.
Uh-huh.
God sent Elijah to an old widow woman
Yeah.
that didn't have much, but yet God blessed her, him, and her whole household.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if God was able to bless them, don't you know God can take care of little old you?
Amen.
Yes, not only must we trust him, but do good. True faith produces good works. Don't try to trick your way to the top,
All right, man.
but work your way to the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
If so, you shall dwell in the land and be fed. David, you understand, being a shepherd himself,
All right.
realized and knew the duties of the good shepherd. I might not have a T-bone steak,
All right, man.
Sister Mac, but I thank God for the Fruit Loops that I got.
Yeah.
Yes. I might have to eat 2 or 3 bowls because I'm a big boy. But one thing about it, I won't go to bed hungry.
All right.
David said, you got to trust in the Lord. You got to believe that God is able to do all things
Yes,
but
he
fail.
will. Yes,
I believe that's why why the psalmist, the proverb writer Solomon said, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thine own understanding." But here David said, not only you must be trust, but he said, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. That job, that house, you ought to delight yourself. In other words, we must make our meditation, our affection, and all our activities centered around the Lord. Yeah, thank God. Don't be getting mad because God blessed somebody else. And you want the same thing that they got. Don't you know the same God that blessed them is the same God that will bless you? Yes, David said, don't fret. But you understand, you got to delight yourself. Be happy sometime. Get tired of seeing folks complaining all the time.
All right, man.
Yes. It could have been worse than what it is now. Yes, you complaining, the house code, you ought to thank God that you're living in a house. Yes. Complaining the car broke down. Thank God that you got a car. Yes, and you ain't catching the bus. But he said here, delight yourself. Give God some praise every now and then. You understand? Three reasons why we ought to thank God. 3 reasons why we ought to give God praise. Number 1, we ought to praise God for what he has done. If he ain't did nothing right now, thank God for what he has done. What he did for yourself. You woke up this morning and complained. Wait, thank God for Saturday. Thank God for what he's doing right now. And then thank God for the future. But we don't know what tomorrow may hold.
All right, man.
Yes. He said, delight yourself in the Lord. Next thing David said is for us to commit. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Here in this verse, David the psalmist teaches us why the wicked prosper and the righteous is afflicted. To have peace and understanding, we must commit ourselves and our lives wholly to God. Don't just trust in him or trust in his ability, but trust in his capability. One thing is trusting in God's power. The next thing is trusting in his knowledge to do what he said he can do. We do so. If we trust in him, if we believe in him, have faith in him, you understand? He said he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth the righteousness as the light, and thy judge as the noonday. David said, keep living righteous for the Lord. Keep living a life that is pleasing to God. And he shall bring it to the light. In other words, what God is going to do, he's going to bring your life into the light. And use your light and your life as a testimony to him. If you living right, doing right, God going to show somebody else that's probably living wrong. That you can have the same thing, trying to live for God. That you can try to have living outside of God. Yes. We need to understand and know that God will be able to sustain us. God can take care of us. That's what David was trying to teach them and let them know that God didn't bring us this far. God didn't bring us from out of Egypt, you understand, into the promised land and leave us here. God is blessing us. God is taking care of us. But you got to do it the right way. Yes. He said he shall bring your light to pass. He shall do it. So you can't do it any kind of way. Yes. What I mean by that, you go to the store on the 3rd of the month, and somebody, you understand, drop their envelope full of money. You don't tell them, but you want to pick it up and put it in your purse, put it in your pocket. Talking about, look what the Lord done blessed me with. That's a lie. Don't be lying. Oh my God, God ain't blessed you like that. Let it be you, and you don't get paid but once a month. And you ain't got no fun. How you will feel? Get on folks their money back. God, David said, don't do it. Don't do it that kind of way. David said, if you do that, then he said, rest in the Lord. Rest in the Lord. The key word here is in. You got to rest in the Lord. And in order to rest in the Lord, he must first be in you. Yeah. And and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way. Yes, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. You got to understand, don't worry about what they're doing. Yes, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. David said here to rest in the Lord. What David is saying here for us to do is to keep quiet. Don't complain. Or say anything about those that's doing wicked and doing wrong. And prospering at the same time. In order for you not to complain, you understand, you must have God's grace inside of you. Yeah, you got to know that God is in control. And know that he will work things out. Yeah, I don't worry about nothing. Yes, because my main focus is on doing what God called me to do. I ain't got time to worry about what somebody around the corner doing from me. I ain't got time to worry about what so-and-so is doing. My mind is on one thing, and that's what God called me to do. Yes. If you focus on yourself, it's only if you just take care of yourself. You're enough by yourself. Well, you ain't got time to worry about somebody else. David said, for us to cease. Verse number 8, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. I watched a movie a while back. I'm pretty much sure some of you all seen it too. Called The Shack. Yes. After watching that movie, it made me see things in a different perspective. I saw things in a different light. You know, when I see somebody do wrong, when I see somebody do something that go against God, first thing I'll say here is that person need to go to hell. Or I'll say they're going to bust hell wide open. Then I realize that that's still God's child. I realize that God is still able to work on them. And we are not to damn somebody to hell. Wait a minute, let me clear this up. Damn means doom. And hell, when I'm talking about hell, I'm talking about Hades. Shiloh, I don't want y'all to remember to start cussing. No, I had to clear it up. We ought not to damn somebody to hell. Because God is still able to work on that person. But the problem is, they done got so far in their sin. You know, great auntie used to always say, God give you enough rope to hang yourself. See, they got away with it one time. They done got away with it twice. Now they done became comfortable and living a life full of sin. And here David was saying here, he was saying that we ought not to stoop to their level. You understand? In other words, don't forsake wrath. You understand? We want to play an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Jesus said, no, it don't go that way. He said, turn the other cheek. He said, love your enemies. Yes, that's what God is trying to teach us now. That is what God is trying to teach us today. That's what David is trying to tell his listeners. He's saying, don't forsake the rap. Don't try to play, you understand? You understand? I'm going to pay you back the same way or do you the same way you did me. No, don't worry about these evildoers. Don't worry about how they prosper in life. Understand that God is still in control.
All right.
That's what we need to realize today. That God is in control.
Amen.
That's what David was saying here when he said, number one, God will address sin.
Uh-huh.
You need to understand and know that God gonna address your sin.
All right.
Yes, I believe, you understand, it's in 2 Corinthians. Now, yes, I think around chapter 5, when Paul said that we're going to have to understand, pay or be judged in the judge seat. You understand? Or stand before the judge. Whether our deeds and our body be good or bad. So you got to understand God is going to address our sin.
Amen.
God is going to not allow sin to go unpunished. But you got to understand too, God, you understand, will bless us if we are sincere in heart. That's what David was trying to get us to see. Trust in the Lord. Everything that David told us was action verbs. Trust in the Lord. You understand? You understand? Fret not. Everything he was saying, he said, cease from anger. You understand? Rest in the Lord. He was showing us how we ought to conduct ourselves. How we ought to live our life for the Lord.
All right.
But the final thing I need to show you, final thing that somebody, whether you're doing good or wrong, need to understand. And that is God will judge the sinner and the saints. Yes, at first I said God will address. Now God gonna judge.
All right.
Yes, Paul said that we should know that at the end time, God is going to judge. Evildoers shall be cut off. Yes, we need to know that they shall be cut off. Bless his holy name. But I'm glad David didn't stop right there. David said here in this verse, David said, the Lord we shall inherit the earth. He said, they that wait upon the Lord. Jesus, you understand, confirmed what David said when he did his sermon on the mountain.
Yeah. All right.
He said that we shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Then I started asking myself the question, Lord, why do we want this earth? Why should we want this one right here? Full of sin and corruption.
Yeah. All right.
Killing going on every day.
Yeah.
But then Jesus said, I'm not talking about this one.
All right.
He said, remember John said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth
Yeah.
coming down from above.
Yeah.
You ought to thank God that's the one that you're going to inherit.
Yeah.
Or one that's not full of sin.
Yeah.
One that's not full of killing and crime.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that day
Thank you.
that I might inherit that earth.
Yeah.
But David said one thing, and that's something we need to know. And that is we must wait upon the Lord.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it get hard to wait.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you want to give up and throw in the towel.
Yeah.
But we got to wait on the Lord. Yes, I know you got to deal with the hard heads and the crime fight.
Yeah.
But just keep waiting for the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I know sometimes it get hard that you want to just go on and be with the Lord. But don't waste and rush your time.
All right,
Just
man.
wait on the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe Isaiah said, they that wait upon the Lord
Uh-huh.
shall renew their strength.
Yeah.
They shall run and not get weary.
Yeah.
They shall mount up wings as eagles.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to wait on the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I get tired down here.
Yeah. All right.
And
All
having
right.
to deal with some hard-headed, evil folks.
Yeah.
But I know my God, you understand, is going to come back for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, how I know? Because he said in John chapter 14, he said, I go to prepare a place for you.
Yes, sir.
And if I go to prepare a place for you,
Yeah.
I will come again and receive you unto myself.
Yeah.
Jesus hung, bled, and died so that I can go to be with him.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, don't worry about what you see around you. Don't worry about what the man at the White House got to say.
Yeah.
Just know that God is still in control.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about what the job might say.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about what my doctors might say.
Yeah.
All I know is that God is in control.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about tomorrow.
All right.
You need to understand and know that God is in control.
Yeah.
Understand and know that God is able.
Yeah.
That's what David was trying to get the children of Israel to see.
Yeah.
Don't fret yourself over evildoers.
All right, Will.
Man, folks doing everything but die. I'm tired of every time I look at the newspaper, read the newspaper, look at the news, black on black crime, folks killing one another.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
I'm tired
I am too.
of seeing how my elderly black people get mistreated.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
How we all get mistreated.
Yes.
Every time you look around, they're killing one of us.
Yes.
But don't worry about it. Don't fret yourself. Know that God is in control.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And if you know that God is in control, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Amen.
Because one thing about it, when Jesus died, Jesus went back to be with the Lord.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the right hand of the Father.
All right.
Look at this right here. David was the king.
Uh-huh.
Jesus was born in the lineage of David.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that means Jesus is king.
Yes.
And if Jesus is on the throne, that means nobody else can take the throne away from him.
All right, man.
Jesus said it like this. Jesus said it like this. He said, all power is given unto me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that means that whatever's going on right now, they think they getting away with it. God
Okay.
allowing you to do it.
Yeah. Real.
Yeah, you can't take that away from me.
All right,
Understand
Will.
this. If he got the power to allow you to continue, he got the power to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to understand and know. We worried about all this and that and other.
Amen, Rick.
Know that God is the answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not worried about a coronavirus.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God is the answer.
All right,
I'm
man.
not worried about the man in the White House.
Yeah.
Because God is the answer.
Uh-huh.
Whether I get a stimulus check or not, that's all right. God is the answer.
All right, Will. All right, Will.
Yeah.
Sir.
I was even before a stimulus check. As a
Amen.
matter of fact, the stimulus check ain't enough to take care of me anyway.
Amen.
I need more than that because I'm a big boy and I eat a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. Preach,
I'm through
Will.
preaching right now, man. I'm through now.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, he giving a stimulus check to get the votes. I thank you for the stimulus check. I still ain't gonna vote for you, but I want the stimulus check. You gotta owe me that anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Evil folks in high places.
Yeah.
Because he said it to them.
Uh-huh.
I don't pay income tax.
Yeah.
And not going to pay the income tax.
Yeah.
And here I owe $2,000, and they every look, I turn look around, they got a letter in the mail. Baby, I just sent you 50. How much more you want? We on a 50 a month plan. You send me one thing a month. Don't send it twice in a month. Don't. But I'm just trying to show you. Folks tell you what they gonna do
Uh-huh.
and what they ain't gonna do,
Yeah.
and get away with it,
Uh-huh. That's true.
and got the money to pay them.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry yourself over this stuff. Let me go. Let me go. I'm in the musician time. He gonna say something to me later on. Though. I'm gonna let him go.